Student loans are all over the news and social media right now. Everybody wants to learn how they can get their student loan debt erased. I prefer to be a little bit more proactive rather than so reactive. So today we are going to discuss how you can avoid student loans altogether. My name is David Perret, and you're watching the Military Millionaire YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on the content we produce. The first way that you can avoid student loans is to get lucky. These are things you cannot control. I want to highlight them simply so you understand that avoiding student loans requires a lot of effort on your end. Those who don't have to work for it got lucky, so don't hold it against them as they are few and far between. They could have awesome parents. I believe they call this being privileged these days, although this terminology is often taken way out of context and used offensively. For some reason, people are quick to judge anybody that had their parents pay for college. Sure, some people enjoy this luxury based on wealthy family members. The overwhelming majority of parents work their butts off in order to pay for a part or all of their child's college tuition. If you were not fortunate enough to have their parents pay for your college tuition, that's fine. Now you have the opportunity to work hard in order to help your children avoid student loans. One of the other ways is inheritance. Sometimes people die, and sometimes we get a large sum of money because people die. If this happens, congratulations, you're lucky. Knows that most lottery winners lose it all due to their poor financial habits. Now we're going to focus on the real meat and potatoes, and that is to earn your way out of student loan debt. The vast majority of us will not be lucky enough to avoid student loans. To avoid our student loans, we will need to work long, hard hours. That's the way life is. If you believe college is worth attending, a debate for another time, then you need to figure out a strategy and get to work. You can work through school. I tell everyone complaining about student loans that they should work their way through college. It is amazing how many times this is met with whining from the other party. I don't have time. College is too expensive. I can't find a job to cover it. I want to enjoy the college experience, not work through it. These are all choices. If you choose to accept one of these excuses and not work, then you have no right to complain about having student loan debt. You made a choice. If I am able to run a website, build an online community, host a podcast and a YouTube channel, organize a local real estate investor meetup, and volunteer, all while on active duty in the military, you can make it happen. You just choose to manage your time poorly or party too frequently to find a job. If working doesn't pay for 100% of your college tuition, it will certainly help you avoid some of your student loans. So it's better than not working. So find a job with flexible hours or even drive for Uber when you aren't in class. There are a ton of creative ways to earn extra money while going to school. Hell, my friend Hunter Gore, who I will link to below, started his own team as a real estate agent and investor while he is still a full-time student. If you want to avoid student loans, you will find a way to work and pay your way through school. You can use this strategy to earn extra money, even if you already have your college experience paid for through other means. For some reason, people seem to place athletes under the lucky column. Although I'm sure there is some luck involved in getting selected to play collegiate sports, there's most certainly more hard work that went into practicing your sport long before any lucky breaks came along. While receiving an athletic scholarship is definitely not a guaranteed path, it is achievable if you have a little talent and put in hours upon hours of hard work. Athletes live very rigorous lifestyles in high school and work even harder to excel in collegiate sports. The nice thing is that if you don't succeed in receiving an athletic scholarship, you can still partake in the next two options, one of which is the academic scholarship. Academic scholarships may not appear to be as sexy as athletic scholarships, but they are just as effective, if not more. I have several friends who received full ride scholarships due to their grade point averages, ACT, SAT scores, etc. As with athletic scholarships, this takes a lot of hard work and dedication to achieve, and you might be called nerd, but who really cares? Your school is paid for. It may even require swallowing your pride and hiring a tutor in order to improve your weaker subjects. The nice thing about academic scholarships is that they come in all shapes and sizes. You can receive multiple small scholarships to help pay a portion of your tuition, even if you don't receive a full scholarship. For this reason, academic scholarships are worth pursuing in addition to any and all of the other strategies. Nonetheless, receiving academic scholarships is doable with the right amount of studying and learning. And finally, the best way to avoid student loans is by joining the military. Luckily, most of you watching this already know that. This option is even better than you may think though. While on active duty, members are eligible for tuition assistance, which you don't even have to be in the service for 2 years before using anymore. Tuition assistance can be utilized to pay for college tuition year over year while on active duty. I have completed an associate's degree for free through the tuition assistance program, and I also have friends who have earned their bachelor's, master's, and even doctorate degree through this program. Everybody knows the GI Bill will cover a 4-year degree plan, with the exception of some expensive private schools. It will also pay you an allowance for living expenses, which allows you to focus your energy on studying rather than working to make ends meet. Tuition assistance and the GI Bill can be used hand in hand. For example, if you earn a bachelor's degree with tuition assistance, then you can work on your master's degree with the GI Bill. Usually, service members will complete 4 or 5 years on active duty, get out of the military, utilize their GI Bill to finish their degree. There is even a college kicker program that provides an extra $50,000 towards living expenses while attending school. This kicker is very rarely given out, and unfortunately, it is not transferable to your dependents. A couple GI Bill strategies. Most service members who stay in the military for 10 or more years will transfer their GI Bill benefits to their children or spouse. Yes, that means you can use the tuition assistance to earn your degree and then use the GI Bill to pay for your children's college. You can give 100% to one child or split it evenly among several children. An important note though, you should transfer at least 1% to a dependent when you re-enlist for the second time. That way you can readjust the allocation at any time you retire. Per the new order, if you fail to transfer the benefit before reaching 14 years of service, it is no longer transferable. I'm running into this issue. As a bonus, you can still receive academic scholarships, and the amount of money received towards tuition will be paid directly to you if the GI Bill had already covered 100% of tuition costs. Yes, you can get money in your pocket from scholarships. If you attend an expensive private college, the scholarship money will be added to the amount of tuition already covered by the GI Bill. The icing on the cake and the real benefit to utilizing the military to avoid student loans is the life experience that you will get. After 4 years in the military, you will have learned a new profession, lived independently, been in leadership positions, attended leadership training, and maybe even traveled the world. I saw 13 countries in the first 4 years. This obviously puts you years ahead of your peers that have gone to college. The military will instill discipline, perspective, maturity, poise, responsibility into your life while giving you the level head required to dominate in life. I firmly believe that the military is one of the best decisions you can make out of high school. 8 years after high school, you could have had a 4-year career and saved, invested intelligently, completed a 4-year college degree with 0 debt, and you would be more competitive for careers than your peers. What do you think is the best way to avoid student loans? Comment down below. I want to know. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button before you go, guys. Have a great day.